Welcome, everybody, to episode 86, I think. I'm not 100% sure of the effing title. This week is the NFL Week 4 preview show, and I have Fedge with me today.
That is the truth. I am here. I am here.
I am the Fedge. I am the one here. How are you doing?
That is me. I'm doing good. I'm still in the lead in picks, so can't really argue a whole lot. This is great.
Yeah.
Winding up to be a great year.
As you guys can see from the picks right above us here, I currently am at 31-17, Fedge is at 32-16, and Rob, the defending, reigning, undisputed champion, is at 25-23.
Yeah, he's got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to help much this week because we got his picks in front of us and we've already seen them. And
it's looking good.
Dude won one season and won one league, and now he's like, yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm done, homies.
Win one and go home. That's what he says.
Yeah. All right, so for everyone out there that doesn't know, we're going to go through with the Week 4 matchups. We're going to take a look at the picks, talk a little bit about each one, and give our picks and then our locks of the week. Week 3, Jeff, what did you see from Week 3?
Week 3, there was
real quick.
I don't know, a lot of good football overall. I mean, I even though my biggest takeaway is not even just being a Bills fan, but I think the Bills offense finally is clicking, looking good.
Well, I was going to say on a
great to see
on a broader spectrum. I was going to say I feel like teams are starting to, with this being the first, because this is the first year that we only had 3 preseason games, right? With that being that, I think teams we're in that weird, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on mode to begin with. Mm-hmm. And now we're slowly starting to see some of these teams, like, the teams that are either like, okay, shit's now starting to roll, or the teams that are like, yeah, we came out on fire, and oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the thing, is, a lot of times it takes a little bit for the offenses to catch up to the defense. I mean, you see that throughout preseason camp. You see it. It does. I mean, then, now it's, like I said, you're finally starting to see it come alive here a little bit. Just some of these, more complex offenses. I mean, it takes a little bit to get used to these new personnel that a lot of people have around them. I think that's a benefit, obviously, for Tampa, why they've started out strong first few games, because they were with these guys.
Exactly.
Then you got teams like the Rams. They were playing strong the first couple games, and that's with a new quarterback in a brand new system, and it's just
that's the scary one.
Bit.
Yeah.
I mean, even the same thing. I mean, everyone says that the Broncos haven't really played anyone, which is probably accurate, but I mean, Teddy Bridgewater,
statistically,
coming over there. Exactly. It's just it takes a little bit to get used to everything. You could say the Packers are kind of going through the same thing. That's why they've struggled. I mean, Aaron Rodgers missed preseason, off season really in general. But honestly, the big one, even coming back to the same system, but being out for so long, is Dak Prescott still surprises me coming back and playing at such a high level, and it's almost like he hasn't missed a beat at all.
It really doesn't. I mean, and
that's the one that.
It's the funny one when you think about it, because like you see how well he's doing right now, and then you think about how bad they looked last year, right? It's just such a drastic difference. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I kind of think that it's just teams are starting to. I'm sorry, I'm monkeying with my beard. I have one stray beard hair that's just bothering me. I think teams are finally starting to figure shit out now, and for some teams that's a good thing, and for some teams, that's kind of a bad thing, because they're realizing shit, like,
Yeah, for sure. No, I like it though. I think it's coming around. The NFL, I mean, obviously a good place going forward. It's just looking good, so can't really complain.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so let's kick it off with Thursday Night Football. We got Jaguars at Bengals. This is a no fucking brainer. It's Bengals.
Really, huh?
No brainer. It's Bengals.
See, I'm not gonna say it's completely no brainer. I don't.
I would say that Rob also picked Bengals. Just
yes, yeah. I'm gonna pick the Bengals too, but I don't think it's as of a no brainer as the Bengals haven't been looking good. Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look good really doing it? I'm not gonna say they look good. I mean, Pittsburgh's without a lot of guys, and I'm gonna die on this hill. That's the problem is, there are a lot of guys missing on defense. I don't know if it's because I like their defense or it's because I'm upset with how much they stymied Buffalo week 1 because of it. But I mean, they did. I mean, that's the problem is, they had the full defense, but now, I mean, with T.J. Watt missing, Devin Bush is out, Joe Hayden's out. I mean, it's lots to deal with.
Yes, it's not the same. Oh, and also, I mean, if we're going to touch on that, I mean, we can touch on it a little bit more later. But like, let's be honest here. Ben should have hung it up.
Yeah,
He's playing really bad. Like I've never seen like, with being a Ravens fan, watching as much Steeler football as I do because of that. I've never seen Ben step up in a pocket and then just beam the ball at a defender standing in front of a receiver before.
Yeah, I just like, it's not even that to me. I mean, it's almost like he's, how am I going to put this? It's almost like he's scared of his lack of arm strength. I mean, obviously your arm strength goes over the years, but dude, he checked the ball down to Najee Harris 18 times.
I think that it's
you targeted your running back 18 times.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of that he's scared of his arm talent, but also I think that it was because of last season and the small success that they saw with that quick dump offense. That's going to be.
A lot of it was slants and this and that, not really. But I mean, everyone's playing up on that now, and it just, I don't know. I just don't know. It's scary to watch. I mean, the thing that gets me is that Jacksonville did show some life last week. They looked good.
That kick return looks fucking great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly that too. But they look good at times until freaking Trevor Lawrence makes an absolute rookie mistake, throws off his back foot, and it gets pick six, and that's kind of where the game started turning the other way. Again, I mean, obviously you're going to go with the Bengals here. It's at home for them. Burrows is starting to return back to his old form, which, you kind of wondered if that was going to happen. But that's where it is, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to spend really much more time on this game than you have to.
Exactly. So start off Sunday, then at 1 p.m. we got Titans at Jets, another one that we should spend a ton of time on. Titans.
Yeah, definitely going with the Titans. The Jets...
Rob's also going Titans. It's
could be battling Jacksonville for the number 1 overall pick here. I don't really know how you can go.
I will say this. I think the Jets are in the same position that the Bears are. Obviously, it wasn't the problem with the quarterback that they just got rid of.
Well, that's, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's...
Well, yeah, I mean, one of them you got rid of the quarterback. He goes elsewhere and does well. The other one, you bring in a new quarterback supposed to be helping out. You freaking put up 41 yards of offense. Like, that's I mean, Justin Tucker's field
exactly
goal is longer than that. Like,
that's the best stat of the week is the fact that a kicker kicked a field goal that's longer than an entire team had offense.
Like, that's
was
that's
okay.
horrible.
So here, I want to hit this real quick just because I saw it somewhere and while it's on my mind, I want to hit it. I saw someone say that Nagy purposely threw that game to make a point to people that Justin Fields should not be the starter. Thoughts? This dude went through the whole thing because apparently he's a diehard Bears fan. He said that the offense that they called with Justin Fields in was completely different, drastically different than the offense they would normally call.
Well, I mean, you also have a different style quarterback. I mean, you have a more mobile quarterback, so I don't think that really has anything to it. But to come out after one game, like if you're going to switch to your rookie quarterback that you just drafted, you're not going to come out right after the game and say that Nick Foles, Dalton, or Justin Fields is contending for the starting job. So that's what makes me a little weary about that comment. I'm not going to say it's possible, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean that was my thing. It's like I heard it and I'm like, yeah, okay. There's no fucking NFL coach that's purposely throwing a game. And I started thinking about it and I was like, well, this is the Bears.
I mean, I said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers week 1.
Yeah, I mean that is true. All right, so moving on now. Chiefs at Eagles.
See, at the beginning of the year, I think this is a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It's but now
is Andy out of the hospital?
He is out of the hospital. Last I knew, yes. They said he's going. I think it was all precautionary in the first place, so I don't think you have really much to worry about. But yeah, it's my thing is I think this is gonna be a lot closer than expected at the beginning of the year. But I still think you go with the Chiefs in this. The Eagles honestly didn't look good against what I'm gonna consider as a average defense in Dallas. Yeah, it's the homecoming for Dak Prescott again. Come back to Dallas, their home opener, all this stuff. Yeah. But they didn't look good.
No, I mean they look like the defense we were talking about last year, where like they were all playing very selfish for each other, and like it wasn't a team unit sort of thing.
This is I don't want to say a make or break, because the Chiefs obviously could explode and win the next, whatever it is, 14, 13 games after this week if it happens. But just think about it. I don't even know off the top of my head. We'll get to it a little bit. Actually, I play the Rams. Is it Rams? Or not the Rams, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, so you got Kansas City in a division where the top two teams are already 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If the Raiders and or Broncos win this week, and the Chiefs manage to lose this game, you're 3 games out of first.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, the Chiefs, you can overcome that as the Chiefs. I mean, they have a high-powered offense. They get going, whatever. But that's tough.
Yeah, that's a hard hill to climb out of, because it's not even like a game back or a game and a half back. No, you're 3 games back. Like that is. Yeah. I'm gonna go Chiefs as well. Rob's also going Chiefs. I would pick the Eagles if Andy wasn't there. I will say that right now, because I feel like that would be a completely different ball game going back to Philly with no Andy Reid.
Then you get this whole, is Eric Bieniemy the guy? You know, can he run a team? You know, it's another question in general, because even if Andy is back at practice, they probably have him on. You know, I'm going to call it a pitch count for a coach, but
probably,
some sort of
almost like what they did with Ron Rivera.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, this could be a Bieniemy week where he's designing the practice plans and running it, and you know what I mean. So it'll be interesting to see how it is. But like I said, this is I'm gonna say it's a must-win game for these Chiefs. It's but then you go on the same side for the Eagles. I mean,
well, I'm gonna say I'll say this, because I still don't think I think that the Chargers, passing wise, is a better team than Baltimore is. Defensively, I don't know if they are, but I would say that. I know we've said this before, a good team coming off of a bad loss is dangerous. The Chiefs coming off against the Ravens, that was a hell of a fucking game. But against the Chargers this last week, I feel like that was a bad loss. So I feel like the Chiefs as well, they are going to be playing fucking angry.
I agree.
I think arguably
that defense in general has been struggling. I think they've given up almost 100 points in 3 games this year.
That's fucking
crazy.
Bad.
Yeah. That's bad.
Arguably the best game of the week right here, other than the Sunday night game, I think, in my opinion, Panthers Cowboys. Because this is my thing with it. I'm taking everything out of it other than 2 major aspects: Cowboys offense versus that young Panthers defense.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway from this entire game. Fuck the Cowboys defense versus the Panthers offense. No one gives a shit. To me, it's Dak versus that young defense. And you know what? I'm gonna go off the rails here. I'm gonna join Rob. I'm gonna say the Panthers.
I am going Cowboys this game because it's a home game for the Cowboys, and I don't trust Chuba Hubbard yet.
Okay.
With Christian McCaffrey pulling his hamstring last week, they're saying he's out at least a few weeks. I'm not going to trust that offense. The offense looked rough against. I mean, Houston's defense were flying around last week, but I don't trust the offense without Christian McCaffrey at this point. I think Dallas is going to come out on top. I think Cowboys are going to probably put up 30 plus on them.
Like I said, I think it's going to be a good game nonetheless.
It'll be a good game. I just don't think the Panthers can score that much without Christian McCaffrey, honestly, unless they can seriously. Get some, they've underutilized, in my opinion, Robbie Anderson. They really haven't fully found a replacement for the Curtis Samuel type guy yet, or gadget player where you can put him in the backfield, and But
kind of the jack of all trades sort of.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't really
that
found
every team kind of has
in my opinion yet. But it'll be a good game nonetheless. I just don't think the Panthers offense can put up with the Cowboys scoring attack. So
I giggled there because I saw something that said that Sam Darnold saw what Robbie Anderson could do in New York, so he's never throwing to him again. I thought it was funny. So as soon as you said that, I was like, well, there's a reason. I'm me. I love a good defensive side of the ball, and this young Panthers D, man, they look fucking fun. It's fun to watch. So that's my thing, is I'm just going to go with that versus I think it's going to be a close game, and I think that, God, what's this safety? Chin? Is it Jeremy Chin? I think he.
Yes.
I think
for
he's.
the Panthers.
Yep.
Yes.
I think he's going to come up with the play that wins the game.
Interesting. Okay.
So Giants at Saints.
Yeah, I don't think we have to talk about this much.
I'm going. It's funny because like this is one of the ones where earlier when Rob was telling us his picks for these, me and Jeff both kind of went, what?
Yeah.
I'm going Saints. I mean, it's Rob's going Giants.
The Saints are wishy-washy this year. The game I still believe, as far as I know, is being played in a neutral site down in New Orleans. I could be completely wrong with that. Don't gas me if that's the case. But the Giants came off a bad-looking game against a weak Falcons team.
Mm-hmm.
If not for that, I would have said that this game would have been a little bit closer. But down in the New Orleans area, where the game's going to be played, I think Jameis kind of comes back and has a pretty good game. One of his 120 yards, 7 touchdown games.
I think.
But honestly,
James,
Alvin Kamara's even looked a lot better in that offense than I thought he was going to this year. So
I think
I don't think. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say I think with Jameis being able to actually put the ball downfield. The stuff where last season we were saying about how Drew Brees had to take a jump, skip, and a fucking a lunge to get it 20 yards. James being able to put it downfield, defenses are having to play back, and it's allowing Alvin Kamara to kind of look a little bit more dangerous than normal at points.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, no, I until the Giants show me something, they have all the fucking weapons there. I don't see why things aren't working. You know what I mean? Browns at Vikings. Just a weird fucking game. Can I say tie? I can say tie. You know what? I'm saying tie. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm saying this game's gonna be a tie. First one of the year, baby. I don't give a shit about either team. It's a tie.
I don't know, man.
Rob says Browns, of course, because he's fucking,
He's all on the Browns.
Yeah, he loves Baker Mayfield.
This is another one. After week 1, I would have gone Browns all the way. But the Vikings are looking good the last few weeks here. Even in their loss to the Cardinals, they look good in that game. They're able to put up points. This comes down to me, is Dalvin Cook going to play this week? They are going to need him against this stout up front Browns defense.
Did you fucking see the move the Clowney put on the guard?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've never seen that before. Like someone tweeted it out. Like one of the pro players tweeted out and said, "I would like someone to fucking explain to me how you block this." And I went back and rewatched it. I don't know how many fucking times. I honestly can't tell you. I honestly can't tell you because he goes from a 3 tech into the A gap in the matter of the lineman taking his first step backwards. Quick
get off.
Oh my god, it was fucking unreal. But yeah, no, I'm going to tie just because I really don't know. I can't, the Vikings are starting to look better and the Browns are looking good. But in this matchup, though, I honestly don't know, so I'm just going to go tie. Fuck it.
I think I'm going to go the Browns in this game, too. I think it's because, the uncertainty, don't know really how healthy he's going to be. But the Vikings the Vikings like tossing the ball around a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a matter of if the front can hold up for the Vikings against the stout defensive line for the Browns. And I think the Browns are going to give them a little bit of fits up front, so they're not going to be able to pass as much. So I'm going to go Browns. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game.
Speaking of another close game, good game. Lions or Bears? Lions. Rob was also going Lions. I can't go Bears. I just can't.
I was going to go Lions until you came out with this conspiracy theory. And I don't care who's starting for the Bears. The Bears get their win.
Bears get the win?
Dude.
All right.
Bears get the win this week. The Lions, the problem with them is they've been starting off too slow for me.
I don't think that they have an identity. I think they brought in Jared Goff thinking that he was going to be, the new arm in town and just kind of rip it. And now we're starting to see what McVay may have seen, and the reason why McVay wanted to get rid of him so fucking bad.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's definitely a
I
possibility.
mean, Jamal Williams looks good running the ball. I mean, their defense is playing decent.
Yeah.
But Texans at Bills.
Yeah, I mean, there was uncertainty with Tyrod Taylor if he's going to play or not. Mills looked pretty good last week. Didn't look great, but for a first start rookie, I mean, I'll give it to him.
I will say this though. Think about it like this. This is how many times now has Tyrod Taylor been a starter, looked okay, and then got hurt, and then a rookie came in, and then that rookie became the franchise guy.
Yeah.
I'm going Bills.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go against the Bills.
Yeah, no, Bills are starting to warm up now.
Their defense is high flying defense. The offense started getting going last week, and what people don't realize, I mean, you just dropped 35 and 43 last week. In the last 2 weeks, I mean, you put up 70 some odd points, and Diggs hasn't even got it going yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Diggs, this past game, I think he had 6 for like 64, 67,
so he's
like
starting to get
going.
into it.
Yeah. I mean, you got Beasley making 12 catches last week, dude.
That's fucking wild.
You got Emmanuel Sanders finally, starting to connect with Josh Allen. I mean, it'll be good. I mean,
like
just wait for Gabe Davis to get it going. So it's
I think
is looking good.
I think that the preseason really hurt them, being 3 games, simply just for the fact of it's a young-ish team, so they've been used to that. So this big change kind of fucked with them week 1. That's what I'm thinking.
For sure, yeah.
And now you're slowly starting to see it pick up now. But Indianapolis at Dolphins.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Neither team really can afford to lose this game. With the Colts being 0-3, I mean, that's a rough start. Dolphins 1 and 2 could drop out of this division, wild card, whatever you want to say that they're gonna, fight for.
Rob is going Dolphins. I'm
leaning towards Colts personally.
I'm
gonna go against the grain here a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna say Colts.
I don't really have a lot of good reasons why I'm going to choose the Colts, but I'm going to do it. Carson Wentz is, same thing. I mean, missing the offseason.
Carson Wentz is going to turn around and hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor.
But, I mean, he's going to... I think he gets back in the swing of things. They're gonna come up with a good plan. I mean, it's just a matter of if these receivers for the Colts can break through a pretty good Dolphins secondary. They're gonna lock them up and try to go at them. Jonathan Taylor could have a big day, honestly.
That's what I'm going with is Taylor with the O-line in front of him. I think they're gonna fucking take it. And especially with Tua still being hurt, I don't.
Yeah, I think that offense looks better without Tua, honestly, but it's just me.
Interesting. All right, fair. Washington at Atlanta.
No, there's this report that last week that it was I don't know, I want to say it was like a 7-point spread with Tua, and then when it was announced that Brissett was a starter, it actually dropped to like 1-point spread. So it was just like it's crazy. But all right, sorry, go ahead.
Washington at Atlanta. I don't think I've picked him yet this year. I'm picking Washington. I probably have.
Give me some Heineke in my life too. I like it. That front's got to get their identity back.
Oops.
They gotta get after the quarterback a little bit. They got after Josh Allen a little bit, but I think he threw three of his 4 touchdown passes under pressure last week. So they're getting after it. It's just a matter of getting more than one guy after him, and obviously getting the guy to the ground.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say that Washington is my pick of the week.
Nice.
That's my lock.
All right.
I'm also trying to edit stuff right now. All right. We got Seahawks at Niners.
See, this one's always tough for me because the freaking Seahawks piss me right off every week.
See, this is the thing is like we talk about this literally every single week. We talk about how the Seahawks play down to their opponents. or play up to them, right? The Niners, like this last week, there was just something about them. There was points where I loved what I was seeing, and then there was a lot of points where it's like, that's too much window dressing. Calm it the fuck down, you know? But I gotta do it. I'm going with Juice. Juice. Rob is going with Seattle still.
I'm gonna go with Seattle in this one too. I like Russell to have a decent game here. It hurt Seattle last week that they had Lockett miss some time because of his injury, which stay healthy. But DK showed out last week, and I think he's going to continue his strong game. The key here is how does the 49ers respond?
Yeah.
They should essentially be 3-0. You gave the ball back. I don't care who the quarterback is. You gave the ball back to someone with 30 seconds left, no timeouts. You let him kick a 51-yard field goal.
Yeah.
It was a simple deep end that they were running. Like, it was a simple concept that should not be given up.
It was wild. I don't think I said it during the stream when I streamed it, but every single throw that they were making, like the Packers were making in clutch time or clutch throws, it felt like the ball was like a literal inch above the defender.
Yeah, it's
like the defender would be like reaching out and it's literally like an inch above where his hand was. Like, it was so bad watching it. I'm sitting there like, this is just heartbreaking. Like,
yeah, get into your drop, get there. And then the worst thing though, on that final drop, both were caught by Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
How do you let the best receiver on the field?
Yeah, you would.
Both teams
you would
get that wide open. It's not even like he was making contested catches.
Yeah, no.
You're not rolling to him. You gotta play the guy. Play the situation, but play the player too. Like, it's.
I'm gonna. Another arguable best game of the week: Cardinals or Rams.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a good game. Rams. Well, let's put it this
I'm
way.
saying Rams by a million because
the Rams should win by a million. It's gonna matter how much of a
Rob's going
I
Cardinals.
don't want to say hangover, but how much of a coming off last week's obviously huge win. That could be essentially for the number one seed right there. That's a huge win. The Cardinals obviously have a high-powered offense. Problem is with this one, I would say Rams, if they were out of division, they're in division. They play each other. They know each other. They're familiar. It's going to be a tough fought game. I think the Rams come out in the end just because I'm a huge Matt Stafford supporter.
Oh yeah, same here. I've loved Matt since he came out of college. Like, the fact that now he has weapons around him, and they're he's fucking
good.
Yeah. The other thing is this.
You got to think he's also getting Henderson back this week.
Oh
hopefully.
my God,
so
Jesus.
I mean, you're gonna have Sony Michel, you're gonna have Henderson rotating that backfield the way that finally until they find that hot hand, and then you run with them.
And then here's my other thing as well, as I flip it to the other side. One, who's blocking Darnold on that line, but then two, normally with Arizona, right? They have enough weapons where like one of them is going to be like going up against, like, no matter what, wherever you put them on the field, right? You're going to find the mismatch. Against the Rams, I don't know how much of that there will be.
Yeah, we're going to find the mismatch in that, exactly. Yeah, the problem is you can't hold that ball. I mean, yeah, Darnold's going to get after you. It's going to, and they, what's his name, Kenny Young? Mm-hmm. I think they spy a lot on Murray this week with Kenny. I mean, that dude flies around.
Oh, yeah.
He gets to the, you know what I mean?
You know what's funny? Baltimore fucking traded him because he was bad in pass coverage, and since he's been in LA, he's been fucking tremendous in pass coverage.
Oh, yes.
It's
been a great player for them.
It's fucking crazy to think about.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think it's...
I'll go Rams then.
Yeah.
Who dropped pick in that one?
He picked Cardinals.
Nice.
Yeah, he picked Cards. Steelers, Packers. I'm not spending any time on this. It's Packers.
Yeah, I'm going Packers too. I think we already discussed enough about this offense at the get-go. It's the Packers should win this going back home too.
For me, it also goes back to the fact of Ben and Pouncey at the end of the season last year both were like, we're retiring. And as a opponent, right, as an opponent fan, I'm sitting there like, good, you need to. Because you've lost a step. I don't like beating up on this version of Big Ben. I don't. And then you see what is happening this year, and it's like, it's worse than I thought it was going to fucking be.
Yeah, well, Villanueva's really the big issue there too.
Yeah, well, I mean, what they brought back one lineman.
Yeah.
I mean, like their line wasn't good, but at least they were at least they had a line. And going to the final game of Sunday, 4:00, it is Ravens at Broncos. Obviously, I'm going Ravens.
Lock it up for me with the Ravens this week.
Ooh, Rob's of course going Broncos because he fucking hates the Ravens.
He does hate the Ravens, and I guess some weeks you can do that, but there's some weeks it's not warranted. Honestly, last week he almost picked up that upset. But yeah, honestly, it shouldn't have been even close to that.
I mean, you were saying it earlier before we were on stream. Who have the Broncos played so far this year?
0-9 teams. That's who they've played.
Yeah, it's not.
The Ravens, I think, did have a little bit of a down week because of coming off the big win.
Yes.
I think that does. Some people don't think that affects it. It does. It does.
I'll take it one step further.
Real quick though, this is my thing. I think I messaged you during the game last week.
It's exactly what I was about to say.
Give the ball back to Tyson.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Tyson, whatever you want to call his name. Give the ball to Williams, dude.
Yeah.
He's played great. Why try to fit in Freeman? Why try to fit in Murray? Murray's a good change of pace back with it. Williams should be your go-to guy. He's looked a lot better than I think anyone could argue this year that they thought he was going to. Obviously because of
because of injuries and everything.
Thrust into action here. Give the dude the rock.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing was this last week and that's what I was going to hit on real quick was that the Baltimore was trying to get the ball to Murray and Freeman more instead of just doing what we do. I think they were trying to use those guys more. Maybe to see what they had because they knew it was the Lions, like that sort of thing. But I think
that's the problem, though.
That's the thing, right? Is like they did it, and then the Lions were like, "Oh, we see what's up now," and they almost fucking beat us. So I agree, though. I like watching Williams play. I like the way that he runs. I've liked Murray a little bit more the more I've seen him. Freeman still I'm out on because I know that he either is going to be hit or miss. I want to see the big one. I want to see is when Bell comes back. I want to see how Bell runs with this because
you think they'll actually use him?
I think they will. It's just it's interesting because you look at everywhere the Bell's been. The best place he's been was in Pittsburgh, and that was because they had that kind of bigger, older line that also couldn't just they physically couldn't move people. That's the thing I think people don't understand is that the Steelers' lines never moved people. They just made holes. And what it allows Bell to do is it allowed Bell to just kind of slowly get to the line, see the hole, put his foot in the ground, and fucking go.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think it'll be interesting to see how he fits into Baltimore's offense because there's times when that is what we want, and then there's times where it's like, no, you're just going A-gap. And it's like, but what if I cut? No, you don't understand. You're going backside A. That's it. You go backside A. And
that's my...
that's my big thing.
How he's going to play is because I don't know how he's going to fit in that line. Like I feel like most of your times you're trying to just get to the spot and go. Like
exactly.
You're moving your boys up front. Let's get there and just start moving things.
So it will be interesting. But I will say this though. I think this is the first time the first real defensive struggle the Broncos will have this season. And I will say this as well. I didn't think Ofeda Ode. I think I just butchered his name. But the young rookie out of Penn State, I didn't think he was going to be as fucking big as he has been so far.
Yeah.
this motherfucker ran a 4.38 40 apparently, and you're seeing it on the field. It's terrifying. But moving to Sunday Night Football live here, we're going to be doing it on the channel. Play-by-play, no footage, just me running my mouth about what's happening. We got Buccaneers at Patriots, and I'm going Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah.
Rob is going Buccaneers and locking it up because he loves Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, this is in Foxborough. It's gonna be a they're gonna be pumped up obviously for this game. I just don't know if they have enough to slow down the offense. I don't think the offense can compete with the defense. The Buccaneers are going to give Mac Jones fits. Everyone's saying how their defense has been a step behind this year. They're not getting after the quarterback, and I think this week they are. They're probably going to get to him probably 3-4 times. They're going to give Mac headaches this week, but it'll be interesting to see how they play. Against Tom coming back home, it'll be interesting to see how they devise. I mean, there's no one that knows them better than than them. So
I think about it I'm thinking just strictly from the defensive side of the ball is just how is the Patriots offense going to attack that defense? Like it just, I don't see it.
Yeah.
And then we end the week off Monday Night Football. Raiders at Chargers.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, this will be another good Monday night.
Another thing, I think the Raiders defense has been looking pretty good overall this season. Their front seven are getting after it, playing well in coverage as well, which is nice. Are they going to have an answer for Mike Williams? Keenan Allen's doing well. Obviously Justin Herbert just upset Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Let's say that upset the defending AFC champs and the Chiefs last week, but. The Raiders look good. Barber looked great for them. I think if they can get Josh Jacobs back this week, it's a completely different game, and they're probably going to be able to move the ball a little bit. But I'm going to say the Raiders are going to get to 4-0. All
right,
I'm going to say it.
Rob is also picking the Raiders. This is a tough one for me, man, because the Raiders beat the shit out of Baltimore. And it was that was a decisive game. Like, I don't care what the scoreboard says, that was a decisive game. The Raiders won that game easily. But I love Herbert, and I love the way that he throws the ball around. And
it's a tough one. It is.
This might be the toughest one of the week. To be honest, I'm gonna go Raiders.
All right.
I'm gonna go Raiders. Simply just I like that their defense came into the season and everybody was like, who the fuck do they have, right? And we've seen it this season. It's it's not a who the fuck do they have. It's the whole shit. They're actually getting after it a little bit. So
yep, they are definitely getting after it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So. All right. There we go, everybody. That's the picks for the week. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Let us know what your guys' records are in the comments down below as well. I hope your team wins.
Too good!
Unless you're the Broncos, and then I hope you lose. But as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, stay in trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later.
What?
Bye!